got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laugh. Hey, how could you lie to my face? People claim that they be loyal, they be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when he was fighting that case. Took so many.
All right, Coach, we welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife.
I just wanna be her, for your mom to your pops to the beat to the birds, man. Cut right off on the curb, like I'm Barry Sanders. Chains on and the diamonds dancing. Game on, so it's time to go. When the rain starts, I'ma let you know. Name a squad that is better though than my home team. We a pot of gold. I'm a dog. I'ma need a bone for my whole team. I'ma let it go like blah. Yeah, and it feel like yeah, all day like yeah, all night like yeah, whole squad like what? And it feel like yeah, all day like yeah, all night like what? Whole squad like yeah, and it feel like yeah, all day like yeah, all night like yeah, whole squad like yeah, and it feel like yeah, all day like yeah, all night like yeah. You don't want problems, you don't want smoke, no, you don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, no, you don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog.
And thank you, Coach. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This is the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
There you go. Slide in. Jumper. Here you go, 47. Sponge. No. Hey, switch gears.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. This is Cobb with a catch right side. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
At the 34-yard line.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
26.
Here's the man who's led the league in rushing twice in 3 seasons, Ezekiel Elliott. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down. Well, we see so many good battles in the NFC East, and Cowboys and Giants, they rarely disappoint. They didn't disappoint last year. Cowboys got the better of the Giants both times. Week 2, 20-13, and then in Week 17, a thriller, 36. Oh, Prescott stripped. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So, should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you've got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. The intended target, Saquon Barkley. And now it's second down.
Yeah, good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense.
Check 3. Greystone, Travis. Five. There, 54, right there. 54, Mike. Hey, pick it up, defense. Go.
Back to the air on second down. It's Madden. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Here's the former number 2 pick, the Pro Bowler Saquon Barkley. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. That'll be good for 6, but now it's fourth down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And now before they run this fourth down play, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So they'll pass on what would have been a 49-yard field goal attempt, and they're going for it on fourth down.
Yes. Hey, high 7. Go. Get it.
Manning to throw for it on fourth. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. The Giants go on fourth but come up empty. And the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
A first down throw for Prescott. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Sewell Cravens with a pick, and he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Intended that time for Cooper.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot, and if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Jalen Smith, who took a huge step forward last year, in on the tackle for Dallas.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Manning now to throw. Open man right side is Ingram. They'll pass up a field goal attempt. It would have been a 45-yarder. Now they'll go for it on 4th.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Manning going to throw. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 14. A healthy Evan Ingram, that could be a great elixir for New York this year. The season ago, he only played in 11 games because of the injuries, 35 catches, which was a dip down from 2 seasons ago when Ingram caught 64 passes. Now Saquon Barkley. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing.
And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley, his 14th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Here we go. At their own 28-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. On 2nd and 9, Prescott. And that's Elliott, complete. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 31-yard line.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people have to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
1st down, Prescott. Caught left side by Cobb. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. So 2nd in inches after that 1st down completion went just shy of the marker. Now Elliott. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Michael Gallup, that's who he was looking for, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Let's go, D. Double time, double time. 3 down, 3 down. Hey, check, chill, kill. Shoot.
Here's Prescott. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. To throw is Prescott. And that is incomplete. So on 4th down, on comes the Dallas kicker, Brett Maher. From the left hash, this from 37. The kick by Maher is good. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion.
Push him back. Push him back.
Get it.
From the gun, it's Manning. They'll get this out to Barkley complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down.
Let's go. 60 out now.
I feel like Eli Manning has just gone from downfield bomber to a guy who can complete everything.
He can hit him underneath now, can't
Yeah, we just saw that there with that pass completion. The maturity of a veteran taken with the defense will give him.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Ready.
Manning will try again on 2nd down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Call it a gain of 5. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Throwing now is Manning. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3-point CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the number one thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Elliott, he is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
At their own 37-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
23 yards, the final tally.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes us forward for about 6. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. On 2nd down and 4, Manning. Catch made right side by Wilson. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. That's something we saw over and over again in Barkley's rookie season. He had 91 catches last year, most ever by a rookie running back, part of a fantastic rookie campaign that saw him go over 2,000 total yards.
Here we go, set, 90, Wolf.
In your face. Switch.
80 weapon.
Check 99. Check 99.
Hit it.
Manning now on first down. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Shotgun now for Manning. Out to the right here to Shepard.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
To throw, it's Manning. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. It's Christian Covington who notches the sack there.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. So it's not an NFL record, but it's not far off. That'll go in the books as a 61-yard field goal.
And wasn't it weird to see a guy line up for a field goal on the other side of midfield? The ball got halfway there, and you thought, no way is that going to make it, but it just kept carrying and carrying, and he winds up sneaking it right over the bar.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Steps away to his left. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. O'Shane Zimenez, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Prescott from the gun. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so...
That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Golden Tate, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Giants strike quickly here for 6 points. Bryant's extra point up and good. And the lead is now 17-3. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
so well. Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Now on 2nd and 13. Prescott, throw left side complete. That's Schultz. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Now he'll escape. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Jannard Avery, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. Maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. This is caught inside the 15. That one good for 37 yards. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
Working from the gun, Manning. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, as the first half is winding down, and the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. He hit his first. Now this from 43. Marr able to put this. You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. The toss out to Barkley. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. So no problems moving the ball in the first half, but they'll likely come up empty here on drive 1 of quarter 3.
And it was so important for the defense to get that stop because what we witnessed in the first half was them getting run over. And they needed the confidence, and they needed to get off the field so they felt good going forward in this game.
43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there. Looking back to Cooper's numbers from last year after that trade, he ended up playing 9 games for the Cowboys in 2018. 725 yards, 6 scores. Also had the 100-yard game in the playoffs against the Rams. And if you add up the numbers, looking for his tight end, Witten, and it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. And the young buck, the rookie, just racked up his first career interception.
And how about the scouting department? They've got to be very happy right now because in NFL parlance, he's a third-day selection. Anyone after the fourth round, that's big-time scouting right there. And what a great play he just made.
Byron Jones in there to make the tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 40-yard line.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Manning. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away but could not. Jalen Smith able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. Third and long for the Giants, and Eli following the sack. From the gun, Manning. And a big loss here as he's taken down. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Like how they've started the third quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their second win coming out of the locker room.
First down 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
From just shy of midfield, Prescott. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And that will be incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Looking to throw. Prescott. This is Cobb with a catch right side. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. Jason Garrett might be wanting to reconsider the decision to go for it there. And the Giants are going to get the football back. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Manning going to hand it off to Barkley. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1. They'll go to Barkley again. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jonathan Cyprien. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. Outright completes it to Jarwin. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
I think it's okay there they didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
On second down, Elliott. He hurdles him.
Should get a gold medal for that one.
And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. That's into the hands of Gallup over the middle. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Here's Prescott. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
And again, it's Prescott. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Thought they were going to force a 4th down. Instead, P.I. gives them the first.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over. That can really, really be demoralizing.
And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. To the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line.
A 4-yard pickup on the play. And the Cowboys first down.
Here I come.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
Here we go.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Prescott yet again. That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys cut into that lead. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time, they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Now all of a sudden we've got an interesting game here. You just saw them go down and score a touchdown. And what was a comfortable lead at halftime, it's down to a 2-score game.
And so the obvious thought is they've got to ramp things back up again. Got to get the offense into high gear. But we've seen this before when you've kind of been in shutdown mode for a while thinking that you're okay. It's hard to mash the gas again and have everything work perfectly. They've got to fashion together a good drive right here and now.
Because defensively, got to be feeling confident. They haven't allowed a point this half. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. A big play there out of the running game. 34 yards. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Faking the give to Barkley. Now Manning. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
I know for us it's fun, and it's not so much fun for the rookie receivers when we see them coming into the league and we're going to training camps. You see them working on getting 2 feet down instead of 1. But the best ones train in college trying to get 2 down instead of 1, so the transition's a little bit less. In this case, though, wasn't able to complete it anyway.
Throwing is Manning on 3rd down. And Tate's got it. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 1st down, Giants on a pickup of 14. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. To throw is Manning. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Tyrone Crawford able to record his 5th sack of the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Jonathan Cyprien. And a very good return as he'll take it all the way up to the 40-yard line. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe just sitting on it, trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
At the 46-yard line.
Again, it's Elliott. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe. For Zeke, what a first 3 years he's had in the NFL. Last year, his 2nd rushing title, 1,434 yards. Not as many as 1,631 that he had as a rookie, but still his yards per game average was the best in the National Football League. Pass the Ezekiel Elliott gonna take it the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Now Prescott, eluding the pressure right. And he will get into the end zone as a 2-point conversion is successful. And the lead is down to a field goal here in the 4th. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, 1-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
Go!
Again, it's Barkley. Tackle made there by Chidobe Awuzie. This defense really clamping down. Although they're losing the game still, this second half has been theirs.
And they're winning it. I almost equate it to being a boxer. And whenever you see a good fight, the guy who is on his toes and doing the punching, that's the guy who's winning. And that's where they're going at it defensively now. Much more aggressive in their calls, much more aggressive in their pursuit.
The quick slant, good for 8 and a first. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. On the run, it's Barkley. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. They'll keep it on the ground. Barkley. Anthony Brown there on the tackle. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Manning looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And Ingram holds it in. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down. Manning now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Barkley. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Switch. Recon, 132 fighter. Yo, go. Hey, exit.
Back to throw, Manning. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jeff Heath. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now it's Barkley. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
At the 16-yard line.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
Switch up.
They'll keep it on the ground. Barkley. A tough run gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Let's make these, look at me, zipper. Let's make these babies crawl all the way back home.
Chance. Showing it.
Like, go.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. Just a yard, but that's all they needed. And by the slimmest of margins, it'll be 1st and goal. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal.
You got 4.
Get it.
And the Giants will kneel it here out of the victory formation.
The play lost a yard. It's now 3rd and goal.
So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.
So for the Giants, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the New York Jets come to town. Meanwhile, for Dallas, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.